this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down throw for Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there on the first play of the game. 45 yards.
Down Cleveland.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Gain of 12.
Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Just a couple yards there down to the 17.
For Nick Chubb, the ball.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Number 80, Jarvis.
From 17 yards out. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
23-yard line.
At the 23, it's second and 12. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs downfield, and that's exactly what he did.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 27, Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Jackson now. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
The game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a first and 10. Mayfield. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got the hook up to Landry. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards, the final tally.
Of 23 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 47, it's second and 5. Here's Mayfield. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
39-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield being chased out left. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12. At the 26-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Second and 12. Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Complete.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
at the 10-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mayfield on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Could have gone with a ground game there. Opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert.
A 20-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Thomas. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson.
You had it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 30.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Play action. It's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. That's taken on the 25. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns' drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
4-yard gain on the play.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry, and he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Complete.
A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Ravens draw a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Browns 17. Ravens 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield steps away to his left. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. Seibert's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no? I would agree. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. They came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
6-yard pickup.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. With solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Thomas. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Thomas on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And a man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
The stop made by
Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Landry now on the return. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Mayfield now. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
18 on the play.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
10 at the 44-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a gain of 7.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw again is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is Defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Cybered on for the PAT.
Point after.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Browns 34, Ravens 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one, as they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Olivier Vernon brings them down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to give a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And 2 at their 48-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Williams on the coverage.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. This one complete to Ingram. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
At the 3-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. But now it's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram there to make the grab. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
For the extra point.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
29-yard line.
Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead, fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me, because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. You're covered up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
The handoff.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Thomas on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Jackson now. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Carl Joseph. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The Browns' drive about to get started, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Cleveland, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.